Yeah, man.
Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Gamer 101 podcast. I'm your host Lukas. That is Pete.
Hi, everybody, as usual. No new changes here.
There's no poster. I think Pete has a new haircut.
No, I don't. Just my hair looks messier than ever
Yeah,
before.
you have like you're going bald, man.
Don't
Are you
even say
going
that
bald?
publicly. It might be an issue.
All right. Yeah, we're back to regular scheduling for now, until Pete decides he needs to disappear from the internet because all the fan mail he gets. Yeah, and we prepared a show today.
An
Uh,
extraordinary one show for you.
extraordinary show
Yep.
or
Because I
extraordinary.
no, mean extraordinary because the guess who character, if you can guess him, you will completely blow my mind.
Okay, great. That's the big point. that okay. Anyway, you know what? Metro Exodus came out. Fucking Artyom.
Yes, fucking Artyom.
How's Artyom doing in Metro Exodus?
Well, just a short, brief mini review, basically, or first impressions.
Mini review.
As you know, I pre-ordered the game. It was delivered to me on Friday on the release date. I started playing. Uh, I had to restart my whole progress because the main character, or the Artyom's wife, got stuck in the animation, and the game wouldn't let me progress forward. But basically, it was only not even an hour of gameplay, so nothing major there. But let me tell you something. I'm running it on PS4 Pro, and the frame rate, the controls just they feel they feel so heavy and unresponsive at times.
Is it because we spent a lot of time playing Apex, which has brilliant feel to it?
I would be lying if I said it didn't have an impact. For sure, we might be spoiled by now, but still, uh, I just feel the optimization needs some more improvements down the road because uh, without the proper auto aim, you can just really aim on the game. There isn't even an option to turn off motion blur, which is super frustrating when you are when you try to aim fast in 30 FPS game, which sounds ridiculous, I know.
Okay, and that was the gameplay. And how's the actual game? How is it fun?
I have a feeling that going semi-open world to, as they are referring it, might have hurt the game a bit.
What
I
does it
really
mean, semi-open world?
There are 5 or 6 open areas. You troll between them.
Hmm?
In each area, you spend from 2 to 4 hours. You have the you don't have any marks where you go, so you take on your binoculars. You scout the area. You get a little question marks, which are points of interest, and you are free to go there. The game has a complete day and night cycle, which is cool. I mean, at least it looks. I've heard people saying that Metro games have been always known for really breaking the boundaries, and they were ahead of the time when they launched it in terms of the benchmarks. Because whenever they launched, mm, from there were only 2 of them up until now. You had to really have a powerful PC to run them,
Yeah.
and I don't think in terms of graphic it's groundbreaking. It looks impressive, but
Hmm?
anything spectacular.
Okay, so it's not spectacular and it's not particularly fun to play.
Yep, that's how I feel about it.
Is at
Maybe it
least
has
the
something. Yep.
is at least the story good?
Yeah, I mean, story really surprised me in the starting 30 minutes.
How long have you been playing it?
Actually, I've played on Friday for a few hours, then tried on Saturday, and right now it's on hold, just waiting for another patch to come out. Because there
Okay.
was only 1 day patch, and a lot of people are actually claiming and blaming that 1 day patch for the at least consoles, both on Xbox and PS4, to completely break down the game.
Okay.
So right now on hold. Hopefully they will come out with a patch in the week or two,
Okay.
and then I'll get back to it.
Alright. So I didn't know you actually had it pre-ordered.
I have a
You-
lot of games pre-orders
Why?
because okay, Fallout 76 I can't use the argument I have only quality games pre-ordered because
From what you said, that this also isn't a quality game.
that was then I changed my mind.
So is it the worst of the Metro games?
I can't say for sure. I'm just saying that, and there is even not an issue, but there are obviously a lot of dialogues, a lot of stories to be told, but sometimes you are just waiting there for 10 minutes for the characters to talk because they are going 10 minutes at a really slow pace.
Also, they walk slowly.
Yep.
Ah, I hate when that happens. Make the NPCs move as fast as you move.
But at least there is a really you can feel the realism in the game. You have an open map and you're trying to sprint from one point to the other point, and after some time you just stop sprinting because the main character Artyom needs to take a deep breath, so you can't sprint forever, which is cool.
Yeah, also Call of Duty has that. You sprint for 5 meters and then he's like done. No?
I can't remember when I last played Call of
Every
Duty single
first-person
player.
shooter has this. You sprint for 10 meters and then he's tired. Even Fallout did it with while sprinting you deplete APs. So that's not that groundbreaking.
I know it isn't, but
All right, about this day and night cycle. So does it change something in the game? Like, is monsters at night stronger, or is there different monsters, or are there different monsters?
what is
Do you
weird?
fight monsters? That's the first question.
Yes, but they also fight humans as well.
Okay, so is it more dangerous to be outside during the night than it is during the day?
Didn't really notice any major differences there. It's not like Dying Light, where night really represented fear because you had different monsters coming out. Not
So
like
it's
that.
mostly for show, the day and
Yeah,
night cycle. Okay, that's a shame. I would like if more games had it as a mechanic when during some time there will be different types of enemies or something. All
it
right.
would be cool to see, but at least there is even. And in addition to the dynamic day and night cycle, you also have a dynamic weather. And when there is a storm or like snowstorm coming, you could actually see it from the distance that the weather will change in a while, and there is a smooth transition between the weather,
Okay.
how it changes.
Can you go inside the metro?
Actually, you just only start in the metro, and then I have played first. Let's say it's divided into chapters. I'm currently on the chapter number 4, if you prefer to call it that way, and you were in metro only in the beginning.
Okay.
It's pretty much right now surface area open world,
Okay.
and there is actually an explanation for that in the story, but not gonna spoil.
All the metro fans listening right now. Okay. Did you play anything else during the week?
Not really.
Okay. Did you see one of the games we're playing, Rainbow Six Siege, is getting new characters?
Yes, I've noticed.
They look pretty cool.
So tell us more information, also our listeners and viewers about them.
Oh, dear listeners and viewers. Oh my god. So it's kind of weird because they kind of turned the table a bit. You can now have an attacker who lays traps instead of a defend, because usually defenders lay traps like Frost and Capcan and these kind of guy. But now you get an attacker that lays traps, and the traps give damage and make noise and slow down whoever steps in them.
So do we get two attackers right now? No, it's
No, and the other one is a defender who shoots like a little robot, and then if an attacker goes with the drone through the area where the robot is, the robot will hack the drone. And this also works on the Twitch drone, which is pretty cool. So it looks kind of neat. And there's a new map which looks like very, very open. It looks like a lot of it is outside.
okay.
Which is unusual for the game.
So there are not buildings or just
there are 3 buildings, and they are connected by like tunnels or something, by like hallways, but there is a big outside area as well. Yeah, it should be coming out March sometime. I didn't really catch the date, but I would go and give them a try.
Do you already have a season pass 4?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
I have it since January.
So you are not an expert in pre-ordering the games, but when it comes down to season pass in Rainbow Six Siege, just give me that.
I enjoy playing the game. We've been talking with a bunch of other friends that play Apex with us, which you don't anymore because you suck. When there will be these season passes, and we're definitely gonna buy them because first, the game is free and we have a lot of fun playing it, and why not, right? Like, I will not make a microtransaction to buy a skin. I will buy the season pass for that game. Like, it's very good. And there is a new gun already out.
Yep, I was downloading the patch before we went live.
But I didn't play it with the gun yet. Yeah. So that was what we played. We also played. No, I didn't play anything else.
I still remember your list of unfinished games. You should start making progress.
Oh yeah, I need to add Spyro to the list. I have beaten Spyro 1, I have the Platinum Spyro 1, and I have played like 4 levels of Spyro 2, and then I was like, no. Spyro 1 is just the best. Alright. You know what happened last week? Which you didn't know happened last week. DICE Awards.
Yep, let me just pull it up. Yeah.
And let's say it was pretty much a clean sweep for God of War. They won, I believe, everything they were nominated for, or most of it.
In total, they won in 6 categories.
It's pretty good. So this was the 21st awards. 22nd DICE Awards. And yeah, God of War won Game of the Year. They also won Best Direction, Best Game Design,
Best Story, Adventure Game, Action Game, and Original Music Composition. And Art Direction, so 7 awards, okay.
Yeah, they won a lot.
Technically 8 if you consider character. which comes from God of War. Kratos won the best
Really?
character, yeah.
Ah. Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah. And then it's pretty much what happened at the VGAs. It's pretty much the same winners. There's no big surprises, I would say. Or are there? Family Game of the Year got gone to Unravel 2, which was, I believe, something else on VGAs. The immersive reality game was Beat Saber. Did Beat Saber win anything?
Not on VGA, nope.
Yeah, Monster Hunter won the RPG.
Online gameplay. Fortnite hopefully will be replaced by Apex Legends next year.
Probably will. Probably will, I would say. If nothing better comes out this year, then it probably will. I have a question for you. And it is a question I asked already many, many, many times.
So go ahead.
Anthem came out today.
Well, officially tomorrow.
Officially tomorrow. Officially, it came out 2 days before Sunday when this is out. So it's out at this point when you're watching. It's not out when we're talking about it. But there's
it was out on the 15th already for the people who got access or premiere.
And the reviews are not stellar.
They are far from it.
Again, how is it possible that beloved studio like BioWare, beloved by many, doing great game after great game after great game, with a publisher that has unlimited money, unlimited money.
Yeah, you like the word unlimited.
I don't.
When it comes to EA.
Yeah.
EA equals unlimited. And you can use it unlimited stupid ideas, unlimited money, unlimited.
Yeah. So how do they make games that are subpar? With that kind of money, that kind of resources, that kind of studio, every game needs to be a 10 out of 10. How can you not make a 10 out of 10 game?
Look, here the case with Anthem is it's been their first attempt at something online or oriented to online, so I can see why it might fail.
Then give it to another studio. It's not like it's only BioWare that can do it.
Maybe they had a vision, just the execution wasn't done properly. No, I've heard people are saying, or even the experts said, people are not playing single-player games and they'd rather play multiplayer games. I'm completely against it.
Didn't we just spend a couple minutes saying how many awards went to God of War, which is a single-player only game?
But then again, God of War was truly a masterpiece.
Yes, but then, yes, Sony has a lot of money, but they don't have unlimited money. And Santa Monica isn't exactly a studio that was known for bringing the highest of high-quality games. Santa Monica did like some, I don't know what they of course did the previous God of Wars, which when we look back at it, kind of not there.
I mean, God of War 3 was again also an amazing game.
Yes, but it was very different to what they did now, right? It was a hack and slash game. It was.
Yeah, they changed the formula so much that only it's where we see, and I really believe that this was a perfect example of a complete, like a series which is slowly dying, but when you put effort and a lot of items and you believe in it, you completely turn it upside down, and that's what happened with God of War, because people, when it was initially teased, people didn't really have high hopes,
Um,
because there were already
Me
5 games
included.
in
I
a row.
believe you included.
Yeah.
Why? Why make uh, Uncharted out of this? So I quickly looked up what Santa Monica was up to, and they spend their days helping indie devs to make their games.
Which is honorable.
But yes, it's very good. They have a lot of things under they've done they helped with everybody's gone to the rapture. Yeah, they have helped with the Unfinished Swan, Sound Shapes, Journey. They have done some good things, but not on this scale. And now they do a game for I don't know how much money, and it also sells incredibly well. It is reviewed incredibly well. It's got it just makes so good energy around itself that now everyone knows, okay, Santa Monica, next God of War, everyone's excited for it. And these guys will just make it's BioWare. Okay, EA forces them to make some weird decisions, and then people will be excited for another BioWare game, but then
You never know if the next BioWare game is coming, right?
yeah.
If the Anthem doesn't succeed.
So and let's go back to Apex. EA also didn't really want it to come out, and it shows because it's brilliant.
So are you saying EA only approves shitty games to come out?
No,
Or
I say
mediocre?
I say they
Or they won't let the game where they without proper microtransactions to come out.
well, Apex also has some very hefty microtransactions, 20 euro skins, but I believe they come in like, listen, BioWare, what's the guy from EA, the really evil looking skinny guy? Whatever. He always he always does the presentations. So I believe he comes in. He's like, "Listen, BioWare, fuck you, make this," and they have to make it. What? Who made the decision to not give the next Star Wars project to give the next Star Wars project to a studio that is known for making FPS games like Respawn, and not give it to BioWare, who made the best fucking Star Wars games?
That we may never actually get an answer to.
It makes just no sense, right?
Yeah, I completely get your that you are upset about it.
It's just why? It makes I'm I love Star Wars, and I'm really, because now this Star Wars game is not coming out because all the funds will go to Apex. There's already today there was some data miners found code for 3 new modes. For mode where you have wall running, for mode where you have Titans, for a new map, for new characters, for new guns. This new Star Wars game is not coming out. It will be Battlefront 3 and everyone's gonna hate it.
You can't say that for sure.
Well,
But yeah, if EA really starts looking into it and they know pretty well where the money is made.
yeah, but then still, at least they should have given Anthem to Respawn and still given Star Wars to BioWare. That would make more sense.
So let's you and me go back in time and change the decision making.
All right.
I propose a journey back to the past.
If we could, I would. And I would buy Bitcoin. I would buy like
Even though Bitcoin is again not rising up.
listen. If I went like 5 years or whatever, when Bitcoin was 1,000 Bitcoin for $5, I would buy 1,000 Bitcoin for $5. I would go to 2018. I will send my 1,000 Bitcoin for $100 million.
Yep.
I don't give a shit that it's not that good anymore. I'm living like a king. I'm
It
buying my
would be
own
cool.
island. I'm buying BioWare. Goddamn it!
You would
And
show them how.
yeah, force them to make good games
It's
because
like, guys, thank you very much. Now I own you. Make the game I want.
no, make the game they want to make, not fucking bullshit. Because
But I
that
believe
helps.
Anthem was coming. The idea was created in the BioWare creators or devs there.
But was it? You know, it. The next point I wanted to talk about is what makes a game memorable, and I guess it kind of seeps into this topic that what makes a game memorable is when it's the devs who want to make the game. You know, it's like God of War, because Cory Balrog had this idea that they need to rebirth essentially Kratos, and they did it. Masterpiece. Yeah, and he wanted it to do it for a long, long time because God of War 3 came out 8 years ago.
Yeah, more or less.
And since then, they made God of War 4 Ascension. That was not good. And guys at Respawn did Apex, and that's a game they wanted to make. It's great.
So are you saying that for you, what makes the game memorable is actually the relationship or the true caring for the game from the developers?
Yes, because that gives the game character, no?
Yeah, the character, the spirit. You can actually feel a lot of effort that was put into games,
Yeah.
and long hours of a lot of people.
Yeah. Also, fucking Red Dead, that game, technically, how did they do it? No? It's a game they wanted to make, and it's amazing. How do you make a game that big, that varied? I mean, 7 day weeks, 100 hours per week, but that's different story.
7 years.
7 years of 100-hour weeks. That's how you make a game like that, and that's love.
Love and sacrifice at the same time.
Yeah? And not when some, slimy guys come and tells me, "Hey, make this game. Here's some money." What makes a game memorable to you?
Well, me personally, I really enjoy games which has continuity, meaning there's a sequel for it with the same main character, and the story just continues. That's why I extremely enjoyed Mass Effect trilogy, because it's the same character over the three games: Assassin's Creed trilogy or Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, because it was you could see the life of a virtual character develop in front of your eyes.
Okay.
And what was extremely great in Mass Effect trilogy from the BioWare guys, you had the ability to import the saves, and the decision or someone who you saved in the first game appeared in the third game and thanked you for it.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
Yeah, that's something, because I have to agree. That's also very good. That's Also, Mass Effect stands out for, I say, that reason, that you literally make the story your own. and not in a clunky kind of Telltale game way, but in like meaningful ways that like you will you will always remember the decision to who will on the first game who will stay on the planet while you guys escape to the dropship, or
It
when
was
you had
decision
to,
between Ashlyn Kaiden, I believe.
yeah. And then you remember, and then they show up in Mass Effect 3. Oh, the survivor. And or when you learn that these one aliens poisoned the other aliens' water to make them infertile, basically. It was something like that. That's very memorable things that make, you know, games and games on two different piles. Because everyone can make a space game, but no one can make Mass Effect.
Probably not. And also not to mention just the voice acting of the main character and the crew or squad around him, as well as if the character is really memorable in a way that it's either visually memorable or you can see a journey, just like in the
Yeah.
Kratos. It's 5 or 6 games, including the last one, where he's going somewhere, he's moving forward, and you go with him, you feel the emotions.
Well, in the first couple games, he was just a mad guy that really just wanted to kill everything, and now he's something
But
else.
there was a reason behind it. Then he was seeking revenge.
Yeah.
Then he revealed the truth. Then there was a sequel or a prequel to it, which was Ascension.
Yeah, I guess. But in the end, he was just the guy who wanted to kill everyone because he felt they wronged him. Which they did, yes, but
still, he did it in such a way and style. It was stylish revenge.
yeah. Also, games that are very stylish get very memorable, like Sunset Overdrive, or these kind of. I remember to this day the game that killed Prince of Persia was Prince of Persia for
Forgotten Sands.
Yeah, something like that. The cell shaded one where you have the girl, so you never die because she. That's very memorable. It's not a good game, but it's very memorable to me. It was unique for how it looked.
Yep.
And for these, there's a million walking simulators, but the ones that stand out are, what happened to Edith Fincher, what the shit that's called.
What remains of Edith?
Yeah, and Welcome to the Rapture and these kind of things. The Unfinished Swan, that's beautiful game. Yeah. All right. So to, I guess, end the show, if you don't want to say anything else, what makes a game memorable? We got some news.
What makes the game memorable?
It's
I believe we pretty much covered.
If anyone has anything else to say, leave a comment or whatever. Send us an email. There is a chance that a game killed by Microsoft will come to Switch, because everyone loves Switch these days. Apparently, everything's coming to Switch.
And all the third-party companies are actually, which was a big worry in the beginning, where support of third-party developers was basically in stars, because no one was sure what the Nintendo had planned for the Switch. But after 2 years, I believe it will be close to 3 years this year.
Okay.
You could see other companies wanting really actively promoting their games. Oh,
yeah, because it's selling well.
Switch.
Switch is doing good numbers.
I guess. I mean, it's just like we discussed last time. It has almost half the numbers of Xbox.
Yeah, for 2 years, they must be very happy back at Nintendo. All right, so the game that's maybe coming to Switch, probably, maybe, who knows? Scalebound. Now, who remembers Scalebound? I didn't.
Yes, I do remember Scalebound.
So
I mean, from
tell us about
previous years.
Scalebound.
Well, basically, the main premise was an open world with a main character looking like a Dante with headphones.
So like Dante in DMC.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there will be monsters. You will be able to have your own dragon or any other flying creature, or even non-flying creature. You
Really?
could customize it.
Uh-huh.
Again, there were a ton of numbers when you were in combat, so not my style, Danner.
I didn't remember it, so I looked at the gameplay trailer from 2015, which is a long time ago now. And to me, the combat looked like Final Fantasy 15 combat, which was the worst part of the game.
Still, just like we said, if the game has dinosaurs or monsters in some sort of way, people get excited.
Yeah,
So,
people love, you know. And this had a dragon that can fly.
yep, and it was your own dragon, like a transport, like a vehicle, a way to move around the
Are
map.
you saying this dragon was only a vehicle?
I'm just saying it had the purpose of the vehicle to move from
Yeah, but
between
it could
points.
also fight and things. So it's a game that could have been really good because a good studio is behind it. But for some reason, some guys decided that it's not good enough.
Let's specify. Some guys at Microsoft decided.
Yes. Which, I don't know, maybe it wasn't good enough, but then again, Crackdown 3 came out and that's not brilliant. So how bad could this have been? If they thought, okay, Crackdown, that's good enough, let's release it, and this was not
But
good enough.
you can't forget Crackdown 3 has Terry Crews in it. Scalebound doesn't.
That's true. I mean, Terry Crews is always a win. But from what I heard, Terry Crews is really in the first cutscene, and then it's a shell of Terry Crews. It's a skin after that.
But a skin or shell of Terry Crews.
No. Terry must be Terry. Alright.
Still,
So,
as fast or as many deals as it has, it launched basically with little to no attention. And I haven't seen, and I am currently subscribed to over 1,000 different channels on YouTube. I haven't seen a single one uploading walkthrough or gameplay of any sorts of Crackdown 3
you are
after it came out.
subscribed to 1,000 channels on YouTube.
Yep, more than 1,000 from different genres. And so when I say I'm watching YouTube, I got fresh content of videos on a daily basis there.
I will send you a let's play of Crackdown 3 on
Thank you.
somewhere because apparently in your 1,000 channels you cannot find it. Yeah.
I'm just saying I follow a lot of channels there, big gaming as well, and they weren't interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, why? You know. Anyway, so let's talk about more random news. The Final Fantasy 15 last piece of DLC, which is something, I guess, after they canceled the other DLC that was promised, will come out 26th. March? May? It's in Czech, so I'm not sure. They have the weird. They're weird.
I believe it's March.
Yeah. Okay. Do we know it's in the season pass?
No clue.
Okay. Well, we'll know on 26th March. I will try and download it, and if it asks money, I will not. Yeah, Tekken 7 is getting new fighters. If anyone cares about Tekken.
Who are they getting?
They are getting Negan from The Walking Dead,
Oh,
and they are getting some chick named Julia.
but then again, who cares about working in 2019 or past 2 years? Because I certainly don't.
No,
It's a dead show.
yeah, I
So
last time I watched Walking Dead was like uh season 4 when the coral meme happened. Do you know the
spoilers,
coral meme?
probably not.
You fucking suck. What are you doing on your 1,000 channels on YouTube when you don't know the coral meme?
I'm not looking for a coral name.
um,
That's for sure.
Soul Calibur 6 is also getting a new fighter. She's called Amy. I have no idea who that is or where she's from.
None of that matters because Mortal Kombat is 2 months
Yeah, and
in,
they
so
are expanding their roster quite nicely. They now have Baraka was announced this week. Um, the chick with the in the green
Sonya
outfit. No, in the green outfit that was with the teeth. What's her name?
with
Yeah, she has like teeth, like scary teeth, not like normal human teeth. She was
monster
announced.
teeth.
She was announced this week. Yeah, they're filling up the roster quite nicely. Oh, Nintendo Switch is getting Grid, which is a 100-year-old game, but sure. Um,
But won't it be the first gear racing game on the Switch?
what about Mario Kart?
Racing game.
Maybe, I don't know. Um,
Again, Dreams is getting a special early paid access
yes, I forgot. Yes,
with a limited assets available.
limited assets available.
Yeah.
So you have to pay for it to get to the early access. Then maybe not get into it because it's limited, and then
And
only
also
you have
there,
limited assets.
yeah, that's right.
So
As of now, they haven't revealed the price.
so for who is this?
I mean, I remember having this discussion where we have no idea what the actual game or game, even a tool for creating game is. But there are people who can't code or who can't program, and apparently this is a great way, if it works nicely, smoothly, for them to create their own.
So do you think this paid early access is for like people who they like want to get people in, and this is basically the fee they pay for the engine, and then they create the games, and already when it launches it has games in it?
No, I don't see that as an actual
Shit,
opportunity.
that was my idea, that this is why they're doing it, so they get some good people in. They can choose who gets in, so when it launches it has good content.
I believe will be mistaken by what the game is because don't expect to play other games in it. It's
That's
more
what
of a
I'm expecting. I'm expecting I will buy Dreams and I will not need to buy another game ever. That's my dream.
That's your dream in the dream. Well, make it happen once the dream comes out, and then you can play the dream in your dream while dreaming. See what I did?
Now I don't see what you did. So that's not what Dreams gonna be about? So is Dreams only about making games that no one will play?
You don't know if no one plays them.
Yeah,
That's only your assumption.
but then your assumption is that I will not be able to play games in Dreams.
You will be able to, but I don't think there will be games or levels created by the others playable there.
And what's gonna be there then?
Your own.
So
your
I can
own
only
game.
create games for myself?
More or less.
Do you think that you can make a game and then only play it yourself? That's stupid. That's the worst idea ever.
Let's hold on our thoughts.
Like, you don't watch our show that you make. Why would you play a game that you made?
To be proud.
Okay, you're not proud of this. All right. I get it. I get it. You're fired. Next week with new co-host.
So, yeah, we are not back to regular weekly episodes. Okay, I get it.
All right. Is there anything more you wanted to say about Dreams? So, what do you think? Why is it paid, and why is it limited? What are they trying to do here?
Since the game is really, it won't be a mainstream game, that's for sure, and they really want to get in only people who actually have interest in helping them to really give feedback, probably. Or if it turns out to be your case or your version of the game where those people will kind of give the foundations, or they will create the games that will appear in the final retail, that would make sense.
Because I'm thinking of games like even Trials or whatever, where there is a level editors or Little Big Planet from Media Monkey. There's a level editor. You make levels, and then other people can play them. Right?
I actually played Little Big Planet 3 only.
The 3 is the one I didn't play because it looked like shit. They went overboard with Sec Boy and Sec Girl and Sec Dog and Sec whatever. Sec Thing, sorry. Sec Thing, because Sec Boy is sexist. Anyway, in other news, Square Enix is disappointed with the sales of Just Cause and Tomb Raider.
Just Cause 4, no surprise there. It has, we discussed it, or I brought it up the last time, that the current score on Steam is 36%, like mostly negative, because it just isn't fun.
Yeah.
You can't keep using the same formula and expect people to break havoc or do the damage thing over and over again.
Sure. But to the point, Tomb Raider was actually solid. It was the worst of the 3, but it was solid. I had fun.
Well, welcome to Execution Team.
Path of Exile is coming finally to PS4. Will we play Path of Exile?
That is the one game I'm truly excited.
Did you play it on PC?
No.
It's very good. It's like what Diablo 3 should have been.
Maybe the Diablo reputation will be repaired, sort of.
In the mobile
Diablo,
game? Yeah, sure.
Diablo Immortal.
Yeah. So after last week, when, I don't know if we actually said that, but we wanted to say THQ Nordic bought Dark Horse Games. Are they called Dark Horse games? They're not called Dark Horse.
They are called Warhorse.
Whatever. Dark Horse sounds better.
Dark Horse games.
I didn't say Dark Horse. I said Dark Horse. Warhorse. Yeah, they bought Warhorse, the gays.
Let me double check
guys-
if it is Warhorse.
Yeah, they're Warhorse games that made.
Kingdom Come.
And now they're planning to spend another $250 million for studio purchases. What kind of
Because them-
studio can they buy for $250 million?
Are we going to try to give them suggestions?
Yes.
Okay, BioWare.
I think BioWare's worth more than, well, not after Anthem, but I mean, they could probably buy Bethesda right now because that's just.
Yeah, I read an interesting article, just a quick information. The Bethesda is getting sued over possible trademark issues with Elder Scrolls 6.
How can they have trademark issues with.
Don't ask me, it was just a headline.
Isn't Elder Scrolls made by Bethesda? Elder Scrolls 5?
It's one
Who's
thing
suing
they
them?
Are
Are they self-suing them?
No.
They should just give them 500 atoms and tell them to shut up. Yeah. So whatever, THQ, good luck. Buy some. Could they buy like Platinum Games or someone? Platinum Games is pretty independent, and they suck. I don't like Platinum Games games.
Didn't you just say that you are quite excited for Scalebound?
No, I
If
said
the
I
rules-
didn't remember what it is, and I'm only excited because you can fly a dragon.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I don't know what else there would be. There was a new trailer for Shadows Die Twice, Sekiro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming out next month.
Is it?
Yeah, March 25th or 23rd. Not sure.
All right. Didn't know that. That game
You know,
is...
that's your poor game year, 2019.
It is, because isn't Shadows Die Twice Sekiro made by Platinum Games?
No,
Is it not?
no,
It is.
no, it's not.
Who is it made by?
Geez, who is making Dark Souls?
From Software?
Yep.
But there's also a Platinum Games game that's in this genre. I thought that's this.
Then you got wrong information.
Am I wrong then?
Yeah, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. The developer is From Software,
Ah, then it might be good.
and I haven't finished. The publisher is Activision.
It might not be good. Is it a mobile game?
What?
Sekiro.
Why would it be a mobile game?
Because it's Activision. They care. They just make mobile games these days.
No, it's a proper launch.
So their portfolio is gonna be Call of Duty. Destiny not anymore.
I believe there will be Destiny 3.
Yeah, but not from Activision because 343. No, it's not. Who is it making? Bungie.
Bungie.
Bungie left Activision.
Yeah.
Yeah. 343 is the new guys that are making Halo.
Correct, at least.
At least I know one bit of information. This at least once I'm correct today.
Thumbs up for you.
Oh, thank you very much. I very appreciate your seal of approval. I-
Warms my heart.
The green bitch is named Jade. I finally found it. In
You
Mortal
know, I'm
Kombat.
not really into fighting games, so
You're not into fighting games. You're not into racing games. You're not into shooting games. You don't even like games. Why are we talking about games when you don't like games?
I mean, why, like, fighting games are good, but only when you play it with either friends or you play online.
No, that's when you get beaten. I remember we played once or twice against each other, 2 rounds, and I got beaten as shit. So I don't like fighting games anymore.
So
Or-
you'll just experience the single player. That's it.
Yeah,
But then again, single player in a fighting game is completely.
pointless. Yeah, that's why I'm not buying Mortal Kombat.
Wise
Anyway.
decision.
I believe it's time.
It's me, my
Yeah,
time. So
It's
please
your.
get ready your timer,
I'll get ready my 10-hour timer.
and I'll fulfill my promise from the beginning that if you can guess this character, I will be blown away.
You will be blown away. I expect firework at least. I expect at least some effort put into this. Like there's at least gonna be slight fire or something. So, but why do you make it so hard? I give you like Solid Snake, and
No, this is actually a. It's you'll see. Once
oh,
you, if you don't guess it right, which I presume you wouldn't.
all right. Is it a man,
Yes.
human,
No.
humanoid,
Yep.
alien?
No.
He's a humanoid, but not. Is it like a monster man?
I wouldn't call him Monster Man. Three knows already.
So it's like a mutant?
No.
Fuck. But he is made. Is he made out of flesh?
No.
He's a robot.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, I burned through half my nose already to figure out he's a robot. He's a robot man. Is he like a full robot?
Mm, no.
So he's like a cyborg.
Yep.
Okay, he's like a cyborg. Is he a main character
Yes.
in more than one game?
Yes.
He's a main character in more than one game. Is he playable?
Yes.
More than one game, he's playable. He's not. He's cyborg, probably.
Hopefully, I didn't say any bullshit.
I assume you did already.
Right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, great. Is it? Is he? So, did the last game of the series come out on this generation? So since whatever 2013.
Yes.
On consoles?
No.
So only PC.
Or yes, okay, yes.
So also on consoles. And on PC?
No.
So you thought it didn't come out on consoles, but it definitely didn't come out on PC. The fuck?
I'm also learning it as you guess. So give me a break.
Is a multi-platform?
Yes.
Multiple consoles? Yeah.
In that sense, no.
So mobile?
Yes.
What?
You
So
are
it's on
taking notes.
one type of console and some sort of mobile device, and it's a cyborg male. What the hell?
The way I see it, we will have to cut the whole guess who because I'm afraid I've given you a lot of false information about this.
Okay.
But let's see.
Okay. Is it a console made in Japan?
Japan, yes.
Yes. Is it PlayStation?
No.
It's Nintendo console.
Yes.
Shit. Is it okay? That is it. Is a game of this series on Switch
Yes.
with the cyborg?
Sideboard might be too much of an exaggeration.
Okay, so he's like Adam Jensen or whatever his name is. He has like one implant.
No,
What
I don't even really know what it is.
You gave me a character you don't know who he is. Okay.
Obviously, I know who he is, but I don't know all the details you are trying to find out.
Oh, great! I don't need those details anyway. Oh my god! So is it? Why is it also then on mobile? What kind of Nintendo game goes on the mobile?
Okay, let me check if it is on mobile.
Jesus fucking Christ! Kind of game.
It's version on mobile.
It has a version on mobile. Okay. What kind of game you play as a not cyborg human? Or is he more robot than Adam Jensen?
No.
So he's a human.
There is a possibility. He evolves somehow in your 3 minutes of guessing into a human. According to my calculations, we are at 10 no's.
What? How are we at 10 no's?
Okay, so 9. I'll give you
Okay.
the benefit of the doubt.
This is where I get it. I don't know, man. He's not cyborg, not human, not robot, man. Possibly male. on Switch and mobile. Multiple games in the series. Last one came out. Canadian now or what? On Switch.
Let me double check if the game came out of Switch.
Is he a character in Smash Bros. Ultimate?
No.
And it's like he doesn't even exist if he's not on Smash Bros. Ultimate.
At least I think he isn't there.
Jesus Christ. You don't know anything.
So ready for a big reveal?
I will guess a name now
Okay.
before you.
Go.
It's.
Feel free.
Jeez, I have no idea. It's. I don't know. It's the dude from Contra.
No.
Oh.
I would suggest you get some water before you're probably gonna choke.
Okay.
Well, the character is
Tell me the
Bomberman.
game first.
Bomberman. Please do yourself a favor and go and grab a cup of water.
I'm pretty sure Bomberman came out also on PC, PlayStation, Xbox.
Don't think so.
Well,
Bomberman PS. Okay, there is a Bomberman World on PlayStation. Okay. Yes, there is a Super Bomberman on Xbox.
There's also on PSP, on PC, Bomberman Online, on Dreamcast.
Okay, let's stop for a while and
let's stop for this was the last episode. This is the last episode of the Gamer 11 podcast. See you never again. Peace.
Peace.